Brian Williams is a 56-year-old journalist for the anchor of the NBC Nightly News, the evening news program on the NBC TV network. In February of 2015, Williams was suspended without pay from the Nightly News for misinterpreting events which occurred while he was covering the 2003 Iraq War. An investigation by NBC found that Williams made a numerous of inaccurate statements about his own role in events he reported over the years. So here's a clip of the 2003 original claim made by Williams.
Our colleague Brian Williams is back in Kuwait City tonight after a close call in the skies over Iraq. Brian, tell us about what you got yourself into.
Radio traffic makes clear this routine mission is running into trouble.
We took fire on the way in. We currently are not under fire. I say again, not under fire, but we look for some type of security. Over.
We quickly make our drop and then turn southwest. Suddenly, without knowing why, we learn we've been ordered to land in the desert. On the ground, we learned the Chinook ahead of us was almost blown out of the sky. That hole was made by a rocket-propelled grenade, or RPG, fired from the ground. It punched cleanly through the skin of the ship, but amazingly, it didn't...
As you can see, Williams made it very clear that it was the helicopter in front of him that got hit with the RPG, not his own. Over the decades, Williams' account gradually grew more dangerous, as you will see in a 2013 interview he told to David Letterman.
We were in some helicopters. What we didn't know was we were north of the invasion. We were the northernmost Americans in Iraq. We were going to drop some bridge portions across the Euphrates so the 3rd Infantry could cross on them. 2 of our 4 helicopters were hit by ground fire, including the one I was in.
No kidding.
RPG and AK-47.
As you can see, Williams lied to Letterman about it being his helicopter that got hit by the RPG and AK-47, and didn't specify that it was the helicopter in front of him that got hit. But that didn't stop Williams from going on and telling the same story. In 2015, there was another incident at a Rangers game.
I want to share with you a great moment that took place here in New York last night. The story actually started with a terrible moment a dozen years back during the invasion of Iraq, when the helicopter we were traveling in was forced down after being hit by an RPG.
After the story aired in 2015, some of the veterans that were there went on Facebook to complain and call Williams out on his lie. And soon after, Williams went on air to apologize.
I made a mistake in recalling the events of 12 years ago. I want to apologize. I said I was traveling in an aircraft that was hit by RPG fire. I was instead in a following aircraft. We all landed after the ground fire incident and spent 2 harrowing nights in a sandstorm in the Iraq desert. This was a bungled attempt by me to thank one special veteran and, by extension, our brave military men and women, veterans everywhere, those who have served while I did not. I hope they know they have my greatest respect, and also now my apology.
After Williams went on air to apologize in February of 2015, he did get a 6-month suspension on NBC. He returned this September 22nd to anchor for MSNBC and covered the story of Pope Francis coming to the United States. For the ethical concerns was because Williams fabricated the truth on national television about being on the helicopter in Iraq. This issue is an ethical concern also because it not only loses the people's trust for Brian Williams as a reporter, but also for the entire news station. It really hurts their credibility because it makes people think that if he lied about this, what else could he have lied or exaggerated about? I don't feel that this links to the First Amendment because he does have the freedom of speech and press, but that wasn't the issue. The issue wasn't what he reported on, but rather how he reported it. And the civic justice for him was him being caught and suspended, and also about how he went on national television to apologize for his mistakes. This, however, I do not feel that it was justice that he was allowed to come back to MSNBC to report on their station, which is a sister station to NBC. I think that in order to prevent something like this in the future, he shouldn't have exaggerated. He shouldn't have lied. You know, he should just report the truth rather than exaggerate the truth and hope that it will make for a better story. Because in the end, it just catches up to you, and instead it makes for a worse story. And, you know, like I said, it loses credibility for him and also the news station that he works for.